Alright, so I've already washed my chicken, my drumettes, and what I'm about to do now is season them up. And I'm going to season them with what we call the Grill Mates chicken rub. I actually bought this from my local dollar store. If you can see that, McCormick's Grill Mate chicken rub. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of that on all over my chicken while it's still moist and kind of dripping off from the wash that I just gave it inside my my mom calls it a strainer, which that's an old-fashioned word. So let's go ahead and do that now. I sprinkle just a little bit so that I can kind of get my hands in there and mix it around. And I love to season my chicken before I put it inside my batter, because I am going to deep fry these. So I don't seem to be able to hold the camera and mix my chicken, so I'm going to put my camera down and I'll be back in just a moment when all the chicken is mixed all together. This is the batter that I have for my wings, and in this batter I use chicken breader. I also put a little salt, a little pepper. I also use the same seasoning that I put on the chicken, the Grill Mates McCormick seasoning, and I also use it's a mixture of chicken seasoning that also is from McCormick, but it's usually for the grill. All of that is mixed in here just to give give flavoring to my chicken, and it doesn't overpower it, believe it or not. I know some people may be thinking, oh, you season the chicken before you put it in the batter. Yes, it gives it the perfect taste that you can taste all the way through the chicken. So it's not just on the skin, you can taste it all the way through the chicken. So let's go ahead and put our chicken in here and prepare it for the oil. So my bowl is really deep, so I put it's about 7 or 8 pieces of chicken inside. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the lid on top and I'm going to shake it. Some people do it inside a brown paper bag. That's great. I usually do that with regular chicken, but because it's just wingettes, I'm going to put my lid on. Okay, so my deep fryer is already preheated. I actually set the timer. I don't know if you can see back there the timer. I'm afraid to really reach over it because it's already hot, but I set my oven on 315, the grill, and I also set the timer on 30 minutes. It doesn't take 30 minutes. I just go ahead and preset the timer to give myself time to finish battering the chicken, putting batter on the chicken and then placing it inside. I'm going to use my tongs, and here is the chicken. Can't see it, but it's in there, and I'm going to pick it up and put it inside the fryer. See that? I can smell my greens cooking already. Yum. And just drop it in there. I usually pick this thing up right here and actually put it in there. Yes, it's starting to bubble, so I know the grease is hot enough. I usually pick it up and just put it on the rack and just drop them in there all at one time, but I want them to cook a certain way, so I'm dropping them in there one by one. So I'll be back once I have put all the chicken in there and they are pretty much done. I'll let you see how I can tell. Even though my timer tells me when they're done, I can tell. I'm going to show you how I can tell that they're already done. So as you can see, it is cooking. You can hear the frying. And so I'm going to show you in just a few moments. Let the chicken cook some more. And I'm going to show you how you can tell that it's done without waiting for your timer. So let me show you what I am doing with my time while waiting for my dinner to finish. And just going back and forth, checking on my food and everything. So let's go see what I've been doing. So it is, I'll show you. What is that? That is the infamous Candy Crush. I'm on level number 95. Ooh, that's a 9. 95. And I have a full house of lives right now, but that will be gone because this level is very difficult. And if I can get through this level, I'll be going to, it looks like, the next section. So yeah, so if you guys are my friends on Facebook and you do Candy Crush, send a sister some lives. Alright, I can hear that my chicken is starting to get silent. And it's floating. That's how I can tell that my chicken is done. It's floating and they're pretty much at the top. And it's not as loud. If you remember how loud the chicken was in the last clip, it's not as loud. You barely can hear it. So whenever I'm playing Candy Crush and I'm over in my living room area and I can not barely hear the chicken, then I know that it's done. So I'll get up and come and change it out. Alright, so let's throw the other batch in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take this bowl, and this is a bowl that I actually got on sale for 50 cents at Target. It's not a glass bowl. It's kind of like a ceramic type texture. And as you can see here, I have one of those little sticks of butter. It's 4 tablespoons on here, and I'm just cutting it. I have it split in half, and I'm going to put just half of it in the bowl, and I'm going to put the bowl in the microwave until the butter melts, and then we're going to move on to the next step in making the sauce for the wings. Okay, so the butter is basically melting. This bowl is hot. I don't want to do too much. It's melted. And so what I'm going to do is I am using my Frank's Red Hot. And this is the original. Now the actual recipe is usually on the back of the Frank's Red Hot, but this time it's not. But because I already have the recipe in my head, because I always you know, I use the same recipe, I'm just going to go ahead and do what I do based off what I know. Alright, so opening the sauce. See, this only just drops little drops in there, so I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons inside. Okay. Okay, now I said 2 tablespoons, but I meant 2 teaspoons. And what I do is I just mix it together. And it starts turning like an orange color on you. And it starts to thicken up. Do you see that? You have to mix it really, really, really well. Alright. And after it's mixed, you see how thick, I'm sorry, I'm not good at looking at the bowl and trying to record. You see how thick it becomes. So what I do is I let it, because it's still very hot, I let it cool just a little bit. And then I take it and I pour it on top of the wings that I want with the buffalo sauce. Now, I'm not going to pour it on all of the chicken. I have a lot of chicken. I'm just going to pour it on a few due to the fact that, you know, they're basically for my husband because he loves them really spicy. I can just do without, or sometimes I'll just leave a little sauce in the bowl so I can dip it, you know, with the chicken if I want to, and just do it like that. But I'm just going to immerse the chicken in here. Now, you can't put the chicken all in the bowl. I don't want to do that. What I'm going to do is just pour it on top of a few of the pieces. So let's do that now. Yummy goodness. Yummy goodness. And if you want to, you can just kind of just pour it. You see how thick it became after I let it cool just a bit? You may want to, you know, pour it and really drench it, but I just do a little at a time due to the fact that, you know, I don't want it to be super hot. You know, nobody wants acid reflux. Now, it's not really hot actually, to be honest with you. The sauce mixed with the butter, it kind of tones the spiciness down a little bit. But if you still want it to have a major kick, I just sprinkle a couple of crushed red pepper in there and mix it in all together with it, and it really becomes hot. So I know my friend, she actually puts the sauce inside of a Ziploc bag and puts the chicken in there, and she just shakes them up and let them get drenched, and that's really good too. But it's really up to you. So I just wanted to just make this little video just to show you guys how I make buffalo sauce for buffalo wings, or for wings. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, you guys know, just have a fabulous day and eat up some wings. And don't forget, send me some lives on Candy Crush, girls. Have a fabulous one.